You know what they say, golden retrievers are sunshine wrapped in fur. Those big soulful eyes, their goofy smiles, and that heart of gold can melt anyone. They're loyal, gentle, and always ready to love. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Behind that golden charm, there are some hidden health issues that can break both your heart and your wallet. If you've ever owned a golden retriever or plan to bring one home soon, this video is a must because today, we're uncovering golden retriever health problems vets don't usually warn you about, and trust me, knowing these early could save your furry friend's life. Alright, grab your pup, maybe a cup of coffee, and let's dive in. Point 1. The silent killer. Cancer. Let's start with the scariest one, and unfortunately, the most common cancer. You might not know this, but golden retrievers are one of the breeds most likely to develop cancer in their lifetime. Studies show that around 60% of Goldens will develop some form of cancer, often in their middle to senior years. Now, why is this happening? Well, part of it comes down to genetics. Golden retrievers were bred for their beauty, temperament, and intelligence. But over generations, selective breeding created a higher risk of certain diseases being passed down. Combine that with modern diets, environmental toxins, and less genetic diversity, and you've got a perfect storm for cancer risks. The two biggest culprits are hemangiosarcoma, a cancer of the blood vessels, and lymphoma, a cancer of the immune system. What's really heartbreaking is that these often show no clear signs until it's too late. Your dog might seem perfectly fine one day, and suddenly collapse the next. Some early red flags you can watch for are sudden fatigue, unexplained weight loss, decreased appetite, or swelling under the skin. If something feels off, even a small lump, don't wait, get it checked immediately. The sad truth, many vets don't talk about just how high the risk is for this breed because it can scare owners away. But being aware means you can catch it earlier. And early detection is everything. 2. The sneaky hip problem, hip dysplasia. Let's talk about hip dysplasia, the joint issue that sneaks up on even the most energetic Goldens. This one is like a hidden time bomb. Your dog might be jumping, running, and playing fetch like a champ, and then one day, they start limping a little, or sit down oddly. That's when you realize something isn't right. Hip dysplasia happens when the hip joint doesn't fit properly into the socket. It's usually genetic, but diet, weight, and overexercising as a puppy can make it worse. Imagine walking with a loose joint that grinds every time you move. That's what your dog feels. What's tricky is that vets don't always emphasize how early prevention starts. Most owners think hip problems happen in older dogs, but actually, they can start developing while your pup is just a few months old. Overfeeding, slippery floors, and excessive jumping while bones are still growing can all trigger this condition. Signs include stiffness after naps, reluctance to climb stairs, or your dog bunny hopping with both back legs. The good news, you can reduce the risk by keeping your dog at a healthy weight, feeding joints, supporting foods, and providing gentle exercise like swimming. Early x-rays can also help catch it before it gets severe. 3. Allergies. The itchy nightmare. If you've ever seen a Golden constantly scratching, licking their paws, or rubbing their face on the carpet, you know what's coming next. Allergies. This is one of the most frustrating and misunderstood issues Golden owners face. Goldens are notorious for having sensitive skin and immune systems. Their thick double coat traps moisture and dirt, which can irritate the skin and invite bacteria. Add in some food sensitivities or pollen, and you've got a recipe for non-stop itching. The worst part, it's rarely a one-time fix. Most vets will give you creams or pills to calm the itching, but unless you find the root cause, it keeps coming back. It could be something as simple as chicken or wheat in their food, or environmental triggers like grass or dust mites. If your Golden has recurring hot spots, red patches, or ear infections, it's likely an allergy problem. Try switching to limited ingredient diets or grain-free options, and give regular baths with hypoallergenic shampoo. Here's a secret. Coconut oil and omega-3 supplements can work wonders for their skin. You'll be amazed how shiny and soft their coat becomes once you balance their diet and reduce inflammation. 4. Ear infections, the hidden pain. Speaking of skin issues, here's another one most vets don't emphasize enough. Ear infections. Because Golden retrievers have those adorable floppy ears, air doesn't circulate well inside, creating the perfect warm, moist environment for bacteria and yeast to thrive. After a swim, a bath, or even a humid day, those ears can trap moisture, and boom, infection city. The problem is, dogs can't tell you their ears hurt. You might just notice them shaking their head a lot, scratching at their ears, or a bad smell coming from them. Sometimes, there's even brown or yellow gunk inside. If ignored, this can become chronic and lead to hearing loss. The trick is prevention. After every swim or bath, gently dry their ears using a soft towel or vet-approved ear cleaner, and avoid using cotton swabs deep inside that can push debris further in. This is one of those simple but overlooked issues that can cause your dog constant discomfort without you realizing it. 5. Hypothyroidism, the slow and silent struggle. Now, let's move to something you can't see right away but can affect everything from mood to metabolism. Hypothyroidism. This happens when your dog's thyroid gland doesn't produce enough hormones. It might sound minor, but it's not. Hormones control energy, weight, coat health, and even behavior. When the thyroid slows down, so does your golden dot. At first, it looks like they're just getting older. They might seem tired, sleep more, or gain weight even if they're eating the same. Their fur might start thinning or getting dull, and they might even act a bit depressed or withdrawn. It's easy to miss because these symptoms come on slowly. Many owners think it's just part of aging, but it's not. A simple blood test can diagnose hypothyroidism, and once it's treated with daily medication, your dog can bounce back to their playful self. If your golden seems off and you can't figure out why, ask your vet to check their thyroid levels. It's one of the most underdiscussed yet fixable conditions in the breed. 6. Heart disease, the unseen threat. Let's talk about heart disease, another condition that doesn't get talked about enough. In GOLDENS. Now, this isn't something you can see or feel right away. In fact, most dogs show no signs until it's advanced. But golden retrievers can develop heart problems like dilated cardiomyopathy or valve issues, especially as they age. What makes this scary is that it creeps up silently. Your dog might start tiring more easily during walks, breathing heavily, or coughing after exercise. Some dogs even faint or collapse suddenly. Heartbreaking, right? The key here is awareness and early screening. Ask your vet for regular heart checkups, especially after your dog turns 5 or 6. Simple listening tests, chest x-rays, or echo can catch issues before they become serious. Feeding your golden a balanced diet rich in taurine, an amino acid that supports heart health, can also make a big difference. 7. Anxiety and depression, the hidden emotional pain. Might not think of dogs as creatures that struggle emotionally, but golden retrievers absolutely do. In fact, anxiety and depression are surprisingly common in this breed. Goldens are incredibly social and sensitive dogs. They thrive on human connection, so when they're left alone for long periods or experience major changes like moving homes or losing a family member, it hits them hard. Separation anxiety is especially common. You might come home to find your couch shredded, shoes chewed, or hear your neighbors complaining about constant barking. But underneath that, destruction is just fear and loneliness. Some Goldens also suffer from generalized anxiety. They get nervous around loud noises, strangers, or even storms. They can shake, hide, pant excessively, or become clingy. Depression in dogs looks different too. They might stop eating, lose interest in playtime, or sleep a lot more than usual. What most vets don't mention is that mental health is just as important as physical health. Goldens are emotional sponges. They feel what you feel. If you're stressed or sad, they pick up on it. 2. Help them. Stick to routines. Give them plenty of exercise and mental stimulation. And never underestimate the power of simple affection. Sometimes all your dog needs is you sitting quietly next to them, reassuring them that everything's okay. 8. Ear hematomas, the floppy ear trouble. We already talked about ear infections earlier, but there's another painful ear issue many golden owners don't know about. Ear hematomas. This happens when blood vessels inside the ear flap burst, usually because your dog's been shaking their head or scratching too much from an infection or allergies. Suddenly, one ear looks swollen, puffy, or feels warm to the touch like a little pillow under the skin. It might look funny, but it's actually quite painful. The trapped blood causes pressure and discomfort, and if left untreated, it can scar and make the ear crinkle permanently. Most vets will drain the hematoma or, in some cases, do minor surgery to fix it. But the real secret, preventing it. If your dog's always shaking their head, don't ignore it. That's your first clue. Something's wrong inside those ears. Regular cleaning, keeping their ears dry, and addressing allergies early can prevent this issue altogether. Goldens are prone to ear problems, and unfortunately, those floppy ears, while adorable, can turn into trouble magnets if not cared for properly. 9. Autoimmune diseases. When the body turns on itself, this one's a bit lesser known but incredibly serious. Autoimmune diseases. These conditions happen when a dog's immune system gets confused and starts attacking its own body. Golden retrievers are genetically predisposed to several autoimmune disorders, like autoimmune hemolytic anemia, (IHA), or immune-mediated thrombocytopenia, (IMTP). In AI, the immune system destroys red blood cells, causing severe anemia. Dogs might become weak, tired, or have pale gums. In IMTP, the immune system attacks platelets, leading to easy bruising or unexplained bleeding. It sounds terrifying, and honestly, it is, but catching it early can make a huge difference. The signs can be subtle at first: low energy, yellowish eyes, dark urine, or even sudden collapse. These conditions can develop out of nowhere and progress fast, which is why it's so important to act quickly if something feels off. While there's no guaranteed prevention, regular checkups, blood work, and a strong immune-supporting diet can help. Some holistic vets even recommend supplements like turmeric and omega-3 south to reduce inflammation. Naturally, it's not a topic many vets bring up unless your dog's already showing symptoms, but being aware of it means you'll recognize the signs if they ever appear. 10. Skin cancer, hiding beneath the fur. Might think a furry coat protects your dog from the sun, but even golden retrievers can develop skin cancer. Their light-colored fur in exposed areas like the nose, ears, and belly are especially at risk. Sun exposure, genetics, and certain chemicals can all contribute. The scary part, it can start as something small, just a tiny bump, mole, or patch of discolored skin, and grow silently. Many owners assume it's just a harmless lump or bug bite, and by the time it's checked, it's much worse. That's why regular grooming and close inspections are so important. When you brush your golden, take a few minutes to check for any lumps, sores that don't heal, or changes in their skin. If you notice anything new or strange, get it examined right away. Some cancers, like mast cell tumors, can look totally innocent at first, but early removal can save your dog's life. And yes, dog-safe sunscreen exists. Applying it to exposed areas, especially if your pup loves lounging in the sun, can help prevent UV-related skin damage. A few minutes of care can prevent years of pain and keep your golden's golden coat glowing for all the right reasons. 11. Ligament tears. The athlete injury of golden retrievers are playful by nature. They love running, jumping, chasing balls, you name it. But that athletic energy comes with a risk. Cruciate ligament tears. This injury is similar to an ACL tear in humans. The ligament in the knee joint stretches or tears, usually from sudden twisting or landing wrong after a jump. One moment your dog's sprinting happily, the next, they're limping and can't put weight on one leg. Unfortunately, this injury doesn't heal on its own. Without treatment, it causes instability, pain, and arthritis. Surgery is often needed to repair it, and recovery can take months. Vets often don't emphasize how preventable some of these injuries are. Keeping your golden at a healthy weight, avoiding slippery floors, and not letting them overexert, especially as they age, can go a long way. Hydrotherapy. Swimming is a great way to build strength without joint stress. And yes, that means fewer fetch marathons and more smart playtime. You don't have to stop the fun, just make it safer. 12. Dental disease. The silent stinker. And, finally, one of the most overlooked yet most common issues. Dental disease. You'd be surprised how many dog owners forget to check their dog's mouth. But here's the truth. By age 3, most dogs already have some form of dental problem. And for golden retrievers, who love to chew and eat just about anything, it can get serious fast. Plaque and tartar buildup lead to gum disease, infections, and even tooth loss. But it doesn't stop there. Bacteria from the mouth can enter the bloodstream, affecting the heart, liver, and kidneys. The signs are easy to miss. Bad breath, yellow teeth, drooling, or reluctance to eat hard food. These are all early warning signs. And if your golden's breath suddenly smells really bad, it's not just dog smell, it's infection. Brushing your dog's teeth regularly, using dental chews, or adding oral rinses to their water can help more than you think. A few minutes a day can prevent years of painful dental problems and expensive vet bills. Plus, a clean mouth means sweeter kisses from your furry best friend, and nobody's complaining about that. 13. Kidney disease. The quiet decliner kidneys are your dog's natural filters, removing toxins and balancing water, electrolytes, and waste in their body. But golden retrievers are particularly prone to chronic kidney disease, which often develops slowly and silently over months or years. At first, symptoms are subtle. Maybe your dog drinks a little more water than usual or urinates more frequently. Perhaps they seem slightly more tired or less playful than normal. Most owners assume it's just part of aging, but behind the scenes, the kidneys are struggling. And without intervention, this can progress to life-threatening kidney failure. One of the hardest parts is that early kidney disease often doesn't show clear signs. Blood tests can detect issues long before your golden seems sick. Regular vet checkups are essential because catching it early can make a huge difference in managing the disease. Diet is also key. A kidney-friendly diet, low in protein and phosphorus, helps reduce strain on the kidneys. Hydration is critical to always make sure your golden has fresh water. Avoid high salt or processed foods, and be careful with treats that may add hidden toxins. Notice small changes. Increased thirst, more bathroom trips, or a loss of appetite might seem minor, but they're often the first warning signs. Being proactive can extend your golden's life and quality of life significantly. 14. Pancreatitis. The painful surprise. Golden retrievers love food, and that can be a blessing and a curse. Pancreatitis, or inflammation of the pancreas, is surprisingly common in goldens, especially after eating fatty foods or sudden diet changes. Pancreatitis can develop suddenly and is extremely painful. Your dog might vomit repeatedly, have diarrhea, appear lethargic, or show signs of abdominal pain, like hunching or refusing to move. Some dogs even develop a fever. It's scary because this condition can escalate rapidly and even become life-threatening if untreated. Many owners don't realize that something as simple as giving a table scrap or a fatty treat can trigger pain. Golden's love for human food makes them especially vulnerable. Prevention is mostly about diet management, feed balanced dog food, avoid sudden changes in meals, and never let them gorge on rich human foods. Treatment usually involves hospitalization, IV fluids, and strict dietary control. Recovery can take weeks, but once stabilized, many dogs bounce back with proper care. Early recognition is key. If your Golden suddenly becomes quiet, refuses food, or vomits repeatedly, don't wait, call your vet immediately. 15. Arthritis. The aging struggle. We've touched on hip and elbow dysplasia, but arthritis is a broader problem that affects many Golden Retrievers as they age. Arthritis is chronic inflammation in the joints, and it can make even simple movements painful. Your once energetic Golden may start to slow down, hesitate to climb stairs, or avoid long walks. Some dogs stiffen after naps or struggle to rise from the floor. The pain isn't always obvious. Goldens, like many dogs, try to hide discomfort. They'll grin at you, wag their tail, and push through the pain until they simply can't anymore. There's good news though. Arthritis can be managed with supplements like glucosamine and chondroitin, anti-inflammatory medications, and low-impact exercise like swimming or gentle walks. Maintaining a healthy weight is crucial because extra pounds put stress on already sore joints. Physical therapy or massage can also help improve mobility and reduce pain. The key is early recognition. Watch for subtle signs, favoring one leg, reluctance to jump, or changes in gait. With the right care, your Golden can remain playful and comfortable well into their senior years. 16. Liver disease. The silent threat. The liver is essential for detoxifying the body, metabolizing nutrients, and producing proteins. Golden Retrievers can develop liver disease like hepatitis or liver failure, often without obvious early signs. At first, symptoms are subtle. Your dog may eat less, vomit occasionally, seem a little sluggish, or have mild diarrhea. Yellowing of the gums, eyes, or skin. Jaundice is a more serious sign that something is wrong. Unfortunately, by the time jaundice appears, liver damage is often advanced. Preventing liver disease involves careful attention to diet and toxins. Avoid feeding your dog onions, garlic, chocolate, alcohol, or anything rich in fats. Always provide fresh, clean water and monitor their overall health. Regular blood work can catch liver problems early, giving you a chance to intervene before major damage occurs. Some vets also recommend liver-supporting supplements, including milk thistle or vitamin E, but always check with a professional before adding anything to your Golden's diet. A healthy liver keeps your dog energetic, helps maintain a shiny coat, and supports every organ system. 17. Cushing's disease. The hormone imbalance. Golden Retrievers are susceptible to Cushing's disease, a condition where the adrenal glands overproduce cortisol. Cortisol regulates metabolism, stress response, and immune function. When levels are too high, your Golden can experience a range of health problems. Symptoms include increased thirst and urination, weight gain with a pot-bellied appearance, thinning skin, hair loss, and behavioral changes. Many owners mistake these signs for normal aging, which delays diagnosis. Cushing's can lead to diabetes, infections, and organ complications if left untreated. Treatment usually involves medication to regulate cortisol levels. Some dogs may need surgery, depending on the underlying cause. Early detection is vital. Pay attention to subtle changes in drinking, urination, energy levels, and weight. Routine vet visits and blood tests help catch Cushing's before it seriously impacts your Golden's health. Lifestyle can also help manage the disease. Maintain a consistent diet, avoid overfeeding, and provide gentle exercise to support metabolism and overall well-being.